Game On Magazine is sitting with Gift at the High Performance Centre at the University of Pretoria. Gift, how are you today?
I'm good, and you, sir?
I'm good, thank you. Gift, let's start off. You are a 100 meter, 200 meter sprinter specialist. You've qualified for the Olympics, and we'll get into that a little bit later. How did you start sprinting? How does one become a sprinter?
It's actually a very difficult question because I've been running since I was young. Like, you know, when you're young in primary school, you run, you do all the sports, and I found mine in athletics.
What does your training entail?
I think I train from Monday to Saturday, then Sunday it's a rest. Like we do it's either we do speed today and then it's recovery or endurance recovery. Like that's how we train. Every second day it's recovery.
High performance athletes have to be at the top of their game all the time. Now, it's not just about training, it's also about your diet. Do you follow a specific diet, or do you just eat whatever you want and you fast either way?
Well, here at the High Performance Center, we have a specific dietitian who gets food, the right food for us. But I also eat my own food.
Gift, you are part of the Tuck Sport High School, which means that you're not only pursuing an academic career and trying to finish school, but you're also part of an establishment where sport is focused on. How has being at Tuck Sport High School helped you in your sprinting?
Well, since it's a sports school, it's easier for me because they can accommodate us and everything. If we travel a lot, they help us catch up and stuff, so it's actually easier to be in a sports school than a normal school.
Gift, every athlete, no matter where they are in their career, will have a support base. People who have been there from day one. Who would you say your support base is?
I would say my family, my mom.
And as much as every athlete has a support base, every athlete will have role models. It doesn't necessarily have to be somebody within your sport, but you will have people that you look up to. Who are your role models?
I don't know. I don't have specific role models because I look up to a lot of people, especially in my sports. Our South African athletes, Wade van Niekerk, Akani Singh, I look up to those athletes. So,
Gift, you are in matric now. You're just starting out in your athletics career. But a big thing is that you've already done extremely well. You set the second fastest time at the Youth Commonwealth Games last year for the 100 meter. You won gold in the 100 meter last year at the Commonwealth Youth Games and the 200 meters. Let's talk a little bit about your experience in Samoa last year. How was it?
It was actually, before I went to Samoa, I was actually struggling with an injury, my shin. I was struggling with my shins and stuff. I was doubting to go, and then when we went there, it was actually the weekend before I started running. I was actually sick because I was demotivated and stuff. And then I was eventually fine. And then my first race was good. I was my heat. I went to the next round. And then these other guys were running fast time, so I was actually scared. I thought, these guys. And then in the final, I ran second fastest time.
Well, let's talk a little bit about how you got yourself out of that rut. You just said you were carrying an injury, you weren't feeling yourself. How did you get yourself to focus, to refocus and be able to perform on the day? Is there any special techniques that you have, any special, you know, a lot of athletes have these rituals that they will do before a race or before a match. Do you have anything like that?
Not really. I was just seeing physios, doctors. I was just hoping to be okay before race day. So, and it actually happened. I was okay on race day.
Running at the Youth Commonwealth Games, you're running against some of the best athletes, the best youth athletes in the world that are part of the Commonwealth. How do South African athletes compare on an international stage at that level, having been part of Team SA at the Youth Commonwealth Games?
Last year at the Commonwealth Games, athletes, like all our athletes, we actually each and every athlete won a medal there. So we actually up in the ranks as well as South Africa. We did very well.
Gift, you've qualified for the Olympics. The Team SA for the Rio Olympics is yet to be confirmed, but there is a huge chance that you may be going. What are your thoughts on that? When you discovered that you had qualified for the Olympics, how did it make you feel?
I actually knew it was coming, but then I thought I was going to qualify in the 100, not the 200. And when it did actually happen, I didn't really think of it that much, but you know, the media, everyone was talking about it, then I started thinking about it as well. I was thinking to myself, this is actually a big achievement. And I'm just hoping that I'll be on Olympia this year.
Gift, let's say the stars don't align for you for this year, and you are left out of Team SA. You are still, like I said earlier, you are still very young, and 2020 is still in your reach. What would you like to do? Let's say you don't make 2016, but 2020 is your year. Would you like to medal, or is just going to the Olympics good enough for you for now?
2016, if I go, it'll just be for experience, for exposure. 2020, when I go, if I go, then I want to get a medal.
Gift, let's talk a little bit about your aspirations outside of Olympics. What do you want to do with your career? Where do you want to go with your running?
I want to be a professional athlete. I want to run internationally. Like, I just want to continue running until, because it's my passion.
Now, on a side note, or actually on a personal level, you know, every professional athlete needs a way to relax and needs a way to get away from because it's your job, basically. Well, running is your job. Like everybody else who has the boring 9-to-5 jobs, we have to get away from our jobs as well. How do you rest? How do you recover? How do you recuperate from running? What do you do outside of running?
Well, if I'm at home, I would play video games. If I'm here, I watch movies, or I go out with my friends just to relax my mind. So.
Gift, you are an inspiration and a role model yourself. There are thousands of young runners, sprinters, athletes who look up to you because of what you've achieved already. If you had to say a special message to them, what would you say?
Well, I'd say keep on working hard, never give up, be patient. I've come a long way myself, and I've worked so hard, and it's paying back now. So just keep on working hard, work out.
Gift, Game On Magazine would like to thank you so much for spending some time with us today. It's been an absolute privilege learning more about you and your aspirations for the Olympics, and even post-Olympics. So thank you so much for spending some time with us.